Thank you very much, everybody. I made a lot of bets on a lot of games tonight, so if I appear distracted, that is why. Anybody know the South Dakota State Baylor score? There are about 200 people who didn't get in tonight. That speaks to the enormous popularity of this film and its star. I like to refer to her as the Lindsay Lohan of her day. Just in the tabloids all the time, dating different guys, just a reckless, wild youth, scandal after scandal, except she's been married to the same man for 61 years. Her husband, Jeff Reagan, is here, and he is a terrific director, and they are a couple that the rest of Hollywood needs to sit up and pay attention to. Ladies and gentlemen, Eva Marie Saint. Do you ever, we were in Houston last night for a screening of another film she did called On the Waterfront. Whatever, it was her first movie. She won an Oscar, no big deal. It happens all the time. Do you ever, how amazed are you, because I'm amazed at the passion that people still feel 50, 60 years after these films were made, for them and for you?
It's beautiful. And I thank each and every one of you coming tonight. It's a good feeling. You go from job to job and have a wonderful time. And you don't always visit the audience, but when it's shown and there's the audience and responds to it, I love being an actress. I want to continue being an actress. There's nothing I ever wanted to do, except in the early days I wanted to be a third grade teacher. Now why did that get a laugh? But then I changed my major. I love those little 8-year-olds. My mother was a teacher. But I'm glad I made the decision. I've made some wonderful friends. And did that answer your question?
Yes, that answers my question. Thanks for coming, everybody. In 1954, you made On the Waterfront with Aaliyah Kazan. You've done a lot of television work at that point and theater. But it's your first movie. Now we move here 8 years later, correct? Yeah, 6 years later. I can't do math right now. But by now, you've won an Oscar, you've made films. Where are you in your career at this point? And how was it different for you being sort of a veteran, an established star that a great director like Alfred Hitchcock wanted in this role? As opposed to...
question.
I'm not even done.
How can you remember what the question is?
You're a veteran at the time you did North by Northwest, unlike On the Waterfront. How is it different for you? Attacking the film, sort of your confidence level?
Oh, my confidence level.
I do like to answer a question.
Well, it was sure I had more confidence. It was a completely different role than Edie on the Waterfront. It was a sexy spy lady, and what lady doesn't want to be a sexy spy lady? And I love the idea. I didn't get much direction from Mr. Hitchcock as I did from Mr. Kazan, but he was interested in how the spy lady dressed. Now that might sound strange, but it helped me develop that character of the spy lady. He cared about the hair, the makeup, the earrings, the shoes, certainly the dresses. And from what he felt about the Spy Lady, how she should look, that helped me with the Spy Lady. Does that answer not really your question?
Well, it does. I mean, but you know, you didn't know. You told a story last night about Sam Spiegel, the producer, the powerful, somewhat notoriously.
You like that story?
It's a good story on the waterfront.
You'll never know.
Yeah. So when you tell your first movie's on the waterfront, tell them what Sam Spiegel did.
Okay. Sam Spiegel was the producer, and when Kazan wasn't around, and I wasn't sure what a producer did, because it was my first film, but Sam Spiegel would come up to me and he would bring over the makeup man and ask for the lipstick and a brush, and he'd come over to me and he'd make the corners of my lips go up, like that, the lipstick. So I thought, well, this is what a producer does. I didn't explain, but I found myself then going to the ladies' room and I thought, that makes me look like a, and that wasn't the character. And, but Kazan never saw me do it, and he probably never would have allowed that. But he probably felt, because he was not wanted on the set all the time, that he felt that when he could get on the set, he wanted to really do something. And he picked on me and my lovely lips.
Well, you were the one he knew probably, you didn't know what a producer did. You thought you didn't know to complain. You would have complained if the producer, Alfred Hitchcock, well, maybe not Hitchcock, but you would have complained if a producer had showed up and tried to fix your lipstick on North by Northwest.
I would have slapped him. That's for sure. Today, right, ladies?
From a Hitchcock biography this reads, for the female lead, MGM tried to force Hitchcock to accept Sid Charisse, and Cary Grant wanted Sophia Loren, and that in every sense of the word. It gets better. But Hitchcock, it says here, insisted on Eva Marie Saint.
Right. I didn't know that.
Great choice.
Why do you think, what do you think he, this is a tough question for you to
Yes,
answer.
but don't even ask, because I don't know it. I mean, why would he?
What do you think he saw in you? What were your strengths then? I put it in a way you can answer. You can answer. What were you particularly good at?
You sound like a professor, and I don't know the answer. Well, he saw me in On the Waterfront, so I guess he saw me in that role. He thought I could play a sexy spy lady.
You've done a couple of movies in between there. Well, you know what? Here we go. So this is what Hitchcock said about Eva Marie Saint. I watched every hair on her head. She had 2 wardrobes made for her, and I discovered when we screened that the wardrobe designer was dressing her up as a wig. She was dressing the Eva Marie Saint of On the Waterfront. I went along to Bergdorf Goodman's myself, sat with her as the mannequins paraded by. I chose the dress for her. I suggested she be dressed in a basic black suit, a heavy black silk cocktail dress. She blossomed out for me. I took a lot of trouble with Eva Marie Saint, grooming her and making her appear sleek and sophisticated. Next thing, she's in a picture called Exodus, looking dissipated.
I think I could do just eating alone. Again, what was the question?
I thought maybe you'd run with the taking you shopping. What was that?
Oh, yes, yes. Thank you. He said that he didn't like the clothes that were actually made for me, designed for me. He had his own idea. So he said, I'd like to take you to Bergdorf Goodman. I'd like you to take you to Bergdorf Goodman. And he took me, and he was sitting there, and the mannequins were walking by. He said, now, and he didn't pick out everything. You have that wrong. He said, whatever you would like. That's why I called him my sugar daddy after that. He said, whatever you like, Eva Marie. What was that? Oh, whatever you like, just tell me. So I loved the black dress with the red embossed roses. And I said, I like that. Wrap it up on this thing. Now that's the truth.
When we open this up for some people to ask questions, one of the questions they will ask, as they asked last night, was Alfred Hitchcock obsessed with you? because he was with other leading ladies.
That doesn't mean he was obsessed with me because he was other, I mean, we're all different. How can you be obsessed with blondes, generally? Is that what you're saying then? It's not true. It's impossible. Each woman is different.
Do you think because you were married and you had children, you were a great substance, that sort of told him not to mess with you? Not to attempt, I mean, even in the...
I guess we come from different generations.
I actually didn't, for a rare case, I didn't mean it like that. I will later. No, that he...
No, but it's really an interesting sort of question. Because I think the blondes, the Hitchcock blondes, I guess you like one.
Yes.
But we're all different, and we came from different backgrounds. We were at different points in our personal lives, and I think it was just different for him. I don't think you can say he had a hot for all of it. That's an expression we use in Albany.
We still use it today.
Yeah, totally. I grew up in Albany. Why don't you ask me about Albany?